And now it's time for the show. Yay! We're gonna have a show. Enjoy. I think it'll be great. It's gonna be fun. Have a good time. Take your vitamins.
It's Monday night, and you know what that means. The Nelson Family Radio Hour is on the air. Things are going to look a little different tonight due to some other scheduling issues. We won't be coming to you live from On Base Productions in downtown Niles. Instead, this is pre-recorded in the undisclosed location. As you can see, I'm flying solo in the undisclosed studio here this evening, but we still have a great show for you tonight, maybe a little shorter than usual, but we'll still have some great music from the Mayflies. We still have some in the archives from Elliot, who joined us last time. We have some classic video content for you and a really special interview we're happy to provide. So whether this is the first time you're joining us or whether you're one of our regular viewers, we're happy to have you and hopefully happy to break up some of the doom scrolling that you're doing on Facebook. So with that, let's get to the show.
Now here's something we hope you really like.
Here's television news. The network links between the East and the Midwest will be ready sooner than expected. The links between Midwest stations will be ready by October, and the cable to the Midwest by December. We hope to televise Christmas from St. Louis to Boston. Eyewitness, a tour behind the scenes in television. This evening, television's Magic Eye brings you the story of television. A trip backstage to meet the men who made this miracle of the 20th century possible.
Good evening, friends. My name's Ben Grauer, and I'm very happy to welcome you again into an behind-the-scenes tour in Eyewitness Television. Tonight I'd like to tell you just how the television system which you're viewing today came into being. And I'd like you to meet some of the men who held a dream and stayed with that dream to bring it to the reality which you now know seated before you in your living room. In order to do that, I think it'd be a good idea if we reviewed, if I could refresh your mind on some of the facts about television pictures and how they're broadcast, how they are received in your home so that you'll understand the application of the inventions which we're going to talk about this evening. Here then is the inside story of television. You see, television consists in taking pictures and sending them out over the air. The camera is used just as in any other kind of picture taking, but there's no film in this camera. Developing and processing film takes too long. Besides, you can't broadcast pictures. You can, however, broadcast electrical impulses which will make a picture. Behind the lens of this camera, which seems to be approaching us, Behind the lens of this camera is the special tube that takes the television picture. It's called the iconoscope, and we'll see it in just a moment. There it is, the iconoscope. Inside this tube is a plate which is completely covered with 1/2 million photoelectric cells which act somewhat as electrical eyes. Whenever light strikes these minute little cells, they become full of electricity. Charged with electricity is the word that's used. Now, the amount of light falling on them determines the amount of electrical charge in each cell. A picture is made up of many points of light and of shadow. Some sections of the picture are light and some dark. Here, for example, as we watch the two men fencing, the fencer's jacket is lighter than his trousers, as you can see. And therefore, the light from the jacket develops stronger charges on the plate. All the details of the scene are reproduced in that same way. The electric eye sees the various differences in the light level and develops electrical charges to match those levels. All combined, these electrical charges then make up the electrical picture of a scene. Now, in broadcasting television, a complete picture does not go out on the air at once. Pictures are sent out bit by bit. Each electric eye creates an electric impulse of its own, and these are sent, as you see there, in single file, one after the other. As they reach the receiver, they strike the screen in order and are turned back into points of light and shadow. Each dot of the picture is broadcast in order, one at a time, sort of like a telegraph message. But it's done so rapidly that they keep up with any action of the people in the scene. We've slowed it down here so you can see how it's done. You see how the picture is being filled up from top to bottom and from left to right as the little images go out from the transmitter into the receiver. Now we'll speed it up as it's actually done in television, 30 complete pictures going out every second. And in reconstructing the picture at the receiver, 4 million impulses strike the screen one after the other every second to give you that moving television picture which you're viewing now. Well, that's television. 4 million dots of light per second, bringing the world into your home.
Sock it to me?
Hello, check one. Is it recording? Hello, everyone. We are getting an interview with Addison, our house cat. And I'm just going to ask her a few questions. So, how do you sleep all day? I never thought of that. Anyway, why do you eat so much? Okay. And why do you try and bite me? Well, very nice. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone in between, that was an interview with Addison the cat. And I hope you have a good day. Do you have anything to say? Well, see you later. Got it.
All right, now we're going to take a break and head back to How to Swear, one of our favorite study guides here at the Radio Hour. Today, we'll be looking at Chapter 6, if you're following along in your textbook, and that chapter is on dick. So it says, dick is fairly limited in that it can refer to, that's never an unintentional joke, I think. Dick is fairly limited in that it can refer directly to the penis or to someone being foolish or idiotic. And so then you have penis, dick, idiot. You have the little chart there. All right, the diagram. Dick is a verb and a noun. As a noun, for example, he is such a dickhead. Dickhead being the noun. And as a verb, dicking around with his dick out. And in that instance, dicking being the verb, and his dick out. In that instance, dick being the noun. So that's one sentence. You have the instance of dick being a verb and a noun. Dick is derived from the name Richard, shortened to Rick, which then became Dick. It was used to refer to an everyman, and eventually to an unsavory character. It was only in the 1880s that military slang began using dick to refer to the penis. So there you go. We have our wonderful military to thank for that. So there you go. Brief explanation of dick.
We'll get back to Captain Video in 1 minute. Rangers, ever tackle a job you really look forward to doing? Oh boy, you say, rubbing your hands together, that's for me. That's right up my alley. Well, there's one big job that's right up everybody's alley, Rangers. That's the job of fighting discrimination. Seeing to it that the next fellow gets a fair chance, regardless of his race or religion. We've all got a talent for that, if we know how to use it. It comes under the heading of friendship. When we like people and are genuinely interested in them, there's no room for un-American prejudice. So all we have to do is to keep on making new friends, easy as pie. There's another reason why fighting discrimination ought to be up everybody's alley, because those who turn thumbs down on one race or religion one day are just as apt to turn against another race or religion another day. Yours maybe, who knows? So when you fight for an equal chance for everyone in your club, on your team, in jobs of all kinds, you're fighting your own battle too, Rangers. Now back to Captain Video.
Well, looks like our time is just about run out. You got the credits, Henry?
Yep, all on this itty bitty card. Oh.
Well, better luck next time. Say goodbye to the people, Henry.
Goodbye.